Okay. Hello everyone, Icy Hot Jacob Scott here. Now, before I talk to you over what happened on the last WKW episode, I want to give you a little piece of news I found the other day. You see, looks like a new tag team will be appearing on WKW. We don't know who they are, but a third star will appear, and I do know his name. He goes by the name of Davey Supreme. Hmm. Well, I mean, a name can be anything, so we'll just see how these guys do when they debut, and we're gonna call it at that. Call it down the middle. How about that? That's nice. Okay, good. Well, the show opened up not with a promo, but with an actual match. And the first match of the night was Larry the Lobster taking on Shattuck, who was still teasing him about the fact that, oh wow, Larry, you like to beat up old people. Nice. I hope you feel very proud about yourself. Now, this match, it was actually one hell of a matchup. We haven't seen Shattuck in a hot minute, but I can see why he is, well, as good as he was back in the previous seasons. Now, Shattuck, several points, hit his shadow switch, backslide driver, and even hit his diving splash once. But it wasn't enough to put away Larry, where after a few airplane spin TKOs, finally got the win with his future shock DDT. 1, 2, 3. Larry is now, I think, 16-1, which is a very impressive record here in WKW. And he carries momentum, and I think he proved to Shattuck he doesn't only beat up old people, he'll beat up anybody that steps in the ring against him. We're only going to have to see if this continues into a feud. Time will tell. So the next match turned out to be the Steelbirds, Billy Steele and, well, Brian Steele, taking on the Elites. If you don't remember, they're Jeff Statham, The Thong, and Terry Terror. Now, usually the Steelbirds are up to their kick out of everything tricks, but they seemed very off today. They were easily beaten down by Terry. Jeff is still taking one hell of a beating in all his matches. He needs to work on his defense. And, well, to be honest, all I have to say about that match is that the Elites got the win with the terrible executioner. 1, 2, 3. They pinned Billy. And, wait, you want me to talk about that? Oh, where's the note? Here? I just received word that the Steelbirds have been released from their WKW contracts. Well, that's one less tag team. I bet this new one will take their place easily in the roster. We'll have to wait and see. The third match that happened was a non-title match where your WKW World Champion Cyrus was taking on Mustafa Ali in a non-title match. Now, Ali was actually able to jump the gun and take down Cyrus, dropped him in the corner with a basement dropkick, so Cyrus was already in a little bit of trouble. And Mustafa Ali is proving to all of us why he might be the one to take down Cyrus. We never know. He was just kicking out of everything that Cyrus threw at him, managed to easily get out of a seppuku clutch, and he even evaded the seppuku. Well, actually, he evaded it a few times. I think he even evaded the seppuku splash moonsault. Can't avoid a rolling seppuku, though. That is a given. Mustafa Ali was dishing out quite a bit of dirt on his own, too. And there was a moment that I'm sure Cyrus would like to forget, where he was going to do a springboard Thez press-like move onto Ali, but the ref got in the way, and the ref got taken down with that move. Now, Ali could have gone to the outside, quickly grabbed the chair, and taken advantage of the situation, but he decided to be honorable, and that won't happen. So eventually, one more seppuku drop from Cyrus got him the non-title win, and this will surely carry on to Rumble Roses. But hey, anything can happen. You can run the simulation of a fight 100 times, and one person will not win 100 times. Ali could win this. He very well could. But whether he does or not, I think we're just going to have to wait and see when Rumble Roses happens. So the fourth match was supposed to be Kyle Noble versus Shelton Benjamin. One more. Tell me about the same song to dance. Did we just go to something new, please? But Shelton Benjamin was nowhere to be found. Noble was making out his entrance, and Sky Slash comes out once again to beat the shit out of Noble. At this point, This has to be a match between the two at Rumble Roses at this point. But here's the thing. Noble didn't fight back. It was all just Sky, who must have blindsided him with the ultimate of sucker punches. He wasn't able to hit his Pandemonium Lariat, but he delivered one hell of a beating nonetheless to Kyle Noble. And then just to throw some extra salt to flex, he did push-ups on Noble's fallen body, causing Paul Heyman to freak the fuck out. I mean, hey, if I were in his shoes, I honestly would. My client is getting flexed on by doing push-ups on his body. Fuck. So the actual fourth match turned out to be the Lucha Liberation, Vertigo, and El Peligro, where we last saw them were having quite a bit of an argument against each other due to some mind games being played by MCon of the Amazing Diamonds. And their opponents were AJ King and Seth Rollins of the Mob, which, by the way, somebody remind Seth Rollins you wear black when you're in the Mob, not other color. They are going to think you think they're better than them. And that's not going to lead to a unified stable. Come on, Seth. Now, this was one hell of a match, with El Peligro taking the brunt of the offense to the point where Vertigo wanted to tag in so bad, I could see from the booth he was tearing at his own mask. I think if El Peligro didn't make the tag after one more minute, Vertigo would have unmasked himself to yell at El Peligro saying, "Hey, tag me in, pinche cabron." But he eventually did get the tag and he got his wish, and Vertigo showing his strength by popping up AJ King and gut-wrenching him before he can hit the ground. But yeah, I think that tore apart his abdominal muscles, just like that one springboard stomp by AJ King to the back spinal cord of El Peligro probably shattered it. And they tried to do a pretty good match, and admittedly they had a very good match, showing unity. Almost hit a tag finisher, but then it came in the end where Seth Rollins, after a reversal-thon with El Peligro, grabs Vertigo and slams him forcefully to the ground, thus temporarily taking him out. And then, all it took was one more almighty brainbuster, which El Peligro actually kicked out of several times, but he couldn't this time. One more almighty brainbuster for the win, for the Mob. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I mean, at least the Lucha Liberation didn't argue, but I have a feeling once they get to the back, there's nothing but angry Spanish. I guarantee it. So the fifth match turned out to be the Amazing Diamonds in a non-title match against the Dynasty Warriors, who last I checked they were supposed to be the number one contender for that title. Wonder what happened there. And what I did notice in the previous match was that the Lucha Liberation decided to mock the Amazing Diamonds by performing their tag finisher on Seth Rollins, the Diamonds Are Forever. So, in retaliation, since they felt they were mocked, the Amazing Diamonds took it to the Dynasty Warriors. They were not letting Drake breathe. And there was a pretty brutal moment where Drake was in an early pinfall after a Diamond Spear, and Travis, who at this point may or may not just be a robot created by Drake, did a little flipping senton to break up the pin. If he was just a millisecond too late with that flip, he would not have broken the pin. And because of that, MCon and Dynamite just beat him down mercilessly. Now Drake was able to eventually make a comeback and tag in Travis, but it all went south when Dynamite did one brutal punch that actually momentarily disabled Travis. And I noticed Dynamite actually stopped attacking at that point. He doesn't know if he did a self-destruct sequence or could that have been a rare moment of compassion. Anyway, he was able to do a one-man army beating on both opponents. Then he made a tag to MCon, who finally got in the match just to hit his swinging side slam. 1, 2, 3, Amazing Diamonds rout Dynasty Warriors. And the main event was yet another non-title match. Also, did you notice one thing? There wasn't a single promo in this episode. I think maybe Triple H might have done something here to where Mr. Davis is actually doing a good job. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, where was I? Non-title. Scormageddon taking on Eric Black, with usual rules apply. If Eric Black wins, he's number one contender. And this match, Eric was just showing why he believes he wants that title shot. I mean, he even did a little superplex to the outside where Scormageddon's ankle may or may not have clipped a barricade. Ouch. Now, there was a moment where he was kind of a jerk and no-sold one hold move that Scormageddon was trying to do, so Scormageddon responded with a lifting chokeslam. Now, right at the very end of the match, after Black was able to hit several successful leg wrap DDTs and a cool-looking breakdance move that I've never seen him do, and that pouncing pummel beatdown that he always does, but was still not enough to put away Scormageddon, by the way. He was looking for the Tower of Destruction, but Scormageddon got out of it, hit a lifting chokeslam, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Eric, better luck next time. Scormageddon has no challengers for Rumble Roses. Let's wait and see. Well, now, that has been my take on what happened on that episode of WKW, and what did you guys think? Please let us know in the comments down below. Until then, this is Icy Hot Jacob Scott saying feel the fire, fear the cold, but most importantly, have a good night.